Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to Hunter x Hunter episodes 124, 125 and 126. Oh god, where do I begin? Because I'm so shocked by the ending of that fight, MERUEM versus NETERO. Like, I had a feeling MERUEM was gonna get the upper hand, and I was prepared for that. But I was hoping that NETERO would not get killed at least, and not get so damn badly beat up and look significantly inferior. I was just hoping that the fight would be more of a close call, which is why I was just like, I'm not sure what I actually think about this at the end of the reaction, because I said at the end of the reactions that I'm not entirely sure what I think about this fight because of the ending. But throughout the fight though, I mean, the actual fighting was actually really cool. Like, I absolutely love Netero's abilities, but I was quite like, I just find it unrealistic when villains are just so damn OP that they have no weakness whatsoever. It's the same problem that I had with Madara Uchiha when he became the Sage of Six Paths in Naruto. I was just like, come on. There has to be at least one weakness, even if he is supposed to be the strongest villain. Same with Kaguya, but anyway, enough about Naruto. So with Hunter x Hunter, before all of that even happened, in the first episode we see Palm. She was in the middle of a transformation to become a Chimera Ant because she got captured by Pitou and Pouf. But she managed to get out of the of her cocoon that she was getting transformed in. Like, if she had got transformed, then she would have turned into what looked like some sort of lizard or fish person. So Palm, the Chimera Ants, the royal guards, they wanted to make sure that Palm was a special experiment, in the sense that they wanted to make sure that her emotions were detached from her memories, so that she won't think emotionally, she won't get emotionally attached to anyone. They wanted to make like a cold-blooded killer, really. But when she came up to Killua, she recognized Killua, and Killua was like, "Oh, you saw me first though." But then something triggered Palm to to transform her into the Black Widow. And wow, like, she was so damn strong that Killua had a hard time to dodge all of her attacks, and when he did get hit, he got hit so many, like, he had so many bruises on his arm. So she was really strong in that mode. So Killua, he just thought he really needed to remind Palm of herself, of Palm. So that eventually worked. Like, Killua, he was like breaking down in tears, saying that Gon really needs her, and that Gon, he's like, he can't do anything to like to tame Gon, because Gon is in a really angry mood at the moment. He's very enraged, he's very angry, very furious with the Chimera Ants, mainly at Pitou for what she did to Kite. I mean, that still is going on. Like, Pitou is still operating on Komugi, and Gon is just watching her, and Pouf is there too, and Knuckle is there too. So eventually Palm, she actually finally, like, came to her senses and remembered herself. Like, she was telling the chibi Pouf that was right next to it, because the chibi Pouf told the Black Widow, also known as Palm, that she should kill Killua. But then Palm was like, "No, I am Palm," and then she proper hit the chibi chibi Pouf. So it's nice that she finally got back to her senses. And I actually, even though I don't like her character, I really don't, because I can't, because whenever I see her, I'm reminded of the time when she dated Gon, and that episode pissed me off so damn much. Like, I've never been so pissed off with an episode like that, until I saw that episode. But beside that, she's not that bad now. I mean, I did actually agree with her when she said that actually Gon needs you, not me. He needs you the most. She was talking to Killua. And yeah, I agree. Gon needs Killua the most. Killua is the voice of reason. He is the voice of calmness. He needs someone who will think rationally of the situation. I mean, you know, it's the whole yin and yang thing. The yang needs the yin, and why am I going symbolic here? But you know, I'm not into bromance or anything, but I do think that, you know, Killua is Gon's ultimate best friend. He really needs that support and the voice of reason. Anyway, and he's the only one that can really tame Gon, or at least I hope. I still have hope. Anyway, and Knuckle, he wanted to fight Pouf, but then he went against Gon's request for Pouf to stay, so he exploded it himself into little particles to escape the place. So I don't know if Pouf is gonna fight Gon, or Knuckle gonna fight Pouf, I don't know. And then we saw the MERUEM versus Netero fight, and Netero, like, oh my god, absolute badass, like, whoa. He just went from one technique to another, and MERUEM's, okay, I will admit, MERUEM's intellect is what really gave him the upper hand, and also his extreme durability. Like, I was just absolutely gobsmacked that he was that durable, because Netero, he was hitting him so many damn times, like thousands of times. Like, they did say like thousands of hits or something, the narrator said. So like, you'd think at least a few scratches. Like, you don't have to feel pain, but it does at least need to be there. And I was getting a little bit annoyed, really, like how, like, I understand that MERUEM, he was like made to be extremely the most powerful being ever, but, and that separates him from the human race, who are weak. But Netero, like, he trained his ass off with these techniques, his nen, and he did actually prove it, but it just wasn't good enough to, like, actually really at least beat MERUEM up, not defeat him. And I knew that Netero most likely would not beat MERUEM, but I did at least hope that he would at least chop another limb off or something. But no, Netero got his leg chopped off, and then Netero was like, no, this is nothing, I can just stop the bleeding. There's so much more to me than, you know, I mean, you can take more than one limb off, but I'll still have something up my sleeve. And damn, he had something up his sleeve, and I was just like, no, I don't want him to die though. But he actually technically committed suicide. He self-destructed himself to take out MERUEM as well. So the whole entire place blew up, exploded. And so, I mean, I'm sure MERUEM is going to survive that, but I don't know if Netero would. So I was just, you know, like, if it wasn't for that, then I'd be like, okay, fine. But like, because of that, I don't know what to think. Now I think that Netero's dead, and that's a huge cliffhanger as well. So I don't know what you think. Yo, please don't spoil me about, like, saying, oh, Netero's not dead, or Netero's dead, or whatever. Don't say that, because I really don't want to know. I still think that there might be, like, he might have used, like, just a bit of Nen to protect himself. I don't know. That did really seem like it was a now or never kind of fight, though. A now or never type of moment where this is my last move. I'm a dead man, but at least I can give you one last move to show you that actually the human race is not as weak as MERUEM thinks. Because MERUEM, he was actually patronizing Netero throughout the fight. Like, he was taking pity on him, and yeah, I understand it to some extent, but Netero, like, he was trying. He really was trying. Especially in the last half. Like, in the first half, he was not going full out, but like, oh man, it took a lot. And MERUEM, because he played Gungi with Komugi, he was able to think of so many strategic moves that Netero could go for. I was trying to, like, read his patterns. So it was really cool seeing that MERUEM was using Gungi as a way to think up the opponent's moves, the opponent's pattern of moves, and trying to make him use another move. But the thing is, I just have an issue with, this is just in general, this is not just for Hunter x Hunter, I just have an issue with extremely OP as fuck villains that just have no weakness whatsoever and never ever get defeated, and like, and it's just, there's not much explanation to that. Like, they just get powers all the damn time. And I'm just like, but you were already so OP before, and now you've got more powers. I'm talking about Madara, but anyway, I mean, that's another topic. But I mean, I know you guys are gonna, like, stand up for MERUEM like always. But I actually have no problem whatsoever with MERUEM. It's just these little things, you know. I agree with his motives pretty much, but just, I don't know if it should have been played out like this, the actual fight. I would have made it more of a close call, because, you know, like, Netero, he just decades and decades of training, and to, like, it's a bit of disrespect. Like, and I thought the same with Might Guy. He trained years and years for these abilities, and then he becomes a cripple in the end. Anyway, enough of my ranting about that thing. But yeah, it was an enjoyable fight, though. I will say it was an enjoyable fight. So yeah, don't think that I was hating or anything. I'm not hating. It's just, I have to be honest with my opinions. So yeah. So what you think of these episodes? Let me know, and stay tuned for more.